Look, that's a guy who has not had the opportunity to do a lot of high-level winning in his career. So this is a big moment for him, and they get the victory. The great Dan Orlovsky is up with us early from Arizona today. We always appreciate it, Danny. So the topic here on Philadelphia this morning has been about the physicality. They set the tone on that opening kickoff, and they just bludgeoned the Packers throughout the afternoon.
Yeah, it was certainly the defensive perspective. The defense was absolutely sensational. I love the fact that they would put five guys across the line of scrimmage and take a little bit of the gap stuff that the Green Bay Packers run game loved to do. I thought the Jalen Carter, Nolan Smith combination in those passing situations was absolutely spectacular. And Greeny, I go back to last season, and the demise of this football team was centrally attached to the defense. And it was two-part. One, I did not believe they played with championship effort last year. And then two, there was really poor tackling out in space. Multiple examples again yesterday of the way that this defense runs to the football. I mean, Teddy knows this. Rex knows this. I so often remember being a younger kid and defenses would play the tape, right? And they would count how many jerseys that are our color are at the football. And Philadelphia constantly has 9, 10 guys of their jersey at the football. And I think the effort that they play with to run to the football matters. And then I also think their ability to tackle in space matters. The defensive performance was absolutely spectacular once again.
Teddy, I will forever wish that they had given Saquon the opportunity to go for the record. But you spent a lot of this weekend, because we had shows Saturday and Sunday, saying you rested your guys for this. You better come out there like you're shot out of a cannon. And candidly, they did that.
Yeah, and there were points where there was a little bit of rust showed. I think Jalen started with 6 in a row completions, and then he had a long stretch where he couldn't complete another football, and they looked sloppy. But still, Dio's right, but the way they hit too. I mean, guys to the ball, but just like me and Woody have been on teams where in the fourth quarter, these guys are slow getting up. They know they're getting beat up. They constantly get hit. Offensive linemen are going out. Receivers are going out. Linebackers are worn down because Saquon's coming on and getting leaned on. And that's the true test of, wow, man, you really just got beat up and out physical in a playoff game.
Yeah, like my dad used to say, hey, when the snow flies, man, the most physical team wins. Philly, slam dunk. They're playing at home. Nobody can beat them at home. That's my opinion. And so we'll see next week when, somebody else trots in there. But I know one thing, you better pack a lunch, all right, and a lot of lunch money, because they're going to take it from you. They're going to take your lunch and your lunch money. So to me, I mean, that's what Philly does. And look, ever since Sirianni said, you know what, I'm not apologizing for who we are. We're much better when we have more rushing attempts than we do passing attempts. He doesn't need to apologize. All he does is win with that formula. And by the way, the best unit in these playoffs might just be that Philadelphia Eagle defense. And I know they're certainly the best defense. They might be the best unit. I get it. Detroit's offense, pretty dang special. Ooh, I hope we see that matchup. But I love the way Vic Fangio's has this defense just humming. They're so multiple in their coverages. You don't know what coverage they're in, but eyes are on it. And when you play a guy like Jordan Love, they had no love for him. Why? Because they know you're going to make mistakes, and they did.
To your point, the Eagles running backs had 28 carries in this game. Jalen Hurts threw 21 passes, and so that's really the difference in this game, D. Wood, the Eagles. But here's my question, and I'll get it to Danny in a minute, but D. Wood, I'll start with you. It's all well and good when you bludgeon a team like this. They may run into a situation. Next week, they will either get Matt Stafford or Sam Darnold. And if they win that, they're very likely staring at one of the best offenses we've ever seen. With Jalen Hurts at the quarterback position and the way that offense looks, are they ready to win a game where their defense doesn't dominate it? Can this Eagles team go to the Super Bowl if their defense doesn't dominate? D. Wood.
Yeah, I mean, to me, coming into the playoffs, that was the biggest question I have was Jalen Hurts. And coming off that, concussion protocol, the main thing I was looking for was how much quarterback design runs are they going to run in this game? Is Nick Sirianni and company going to put Jalen Hurts in harm's way? But I do think the quarterback running game helps Jalen Hurts get into the floor of the game. It makes him a better quarterback. I don't think, listen, these numbers, they were good for Green Bay because they just bludgeoned them. I think when you face more potent offenses, they're going to need more out of the quarterback position. So They did what they did had to do against Green Bay. I still think they need more out of Jalen Hurts.
Dan, Devontae Smith had 4 catches. A.J. Brown had 1. He was quite literally reading a book on the sideline during this game. Do they have enough offense, enough offensive firepower to win a game if they need to with that side of the ball?
Of course they do. So Jalen Hurts played as well as he could yesterday. He played as well as he was asked to play yesterday. Everyone's going to sit here and go, and that's why I sent out a tweet yesterday. Like, the conversation around Jalen Hurts is going to be really interesting because there's going to be a lot of people saying, man, Jalen Hurts didn't play well. That's totally incorrect. My biggest concern is no one got open yesterday for the Philadelphia Eagles. They were absolutely gloved up by Green Bay defensively. Jalen had nothing else to do with the football. The decision-making was on time. The decision-making was crisp. The way he threw the football was crisp except for one step or a one-step slant to A.J. Brown at some point in the third quarter. My biggest concern with all this, and again, it is not Jalen Hurts. I thought Jalen Hurts didn't look rusty at all. My biggest concern is, how does it look like Green Bay knew what every pass play was? How does it look like Green Bay knew exactly what the pass concept was going to be? How does it look like Green Bay knew exactly where the receivers were going to be on a consistent basis? My mind, after I watched that tape, wasn't, man, Jalen Hurts struggled. I actually thought Jalen Hurts played well. My mind went to Kellen Moore, who's a friend of mine, and I think a really good coach. The pass game concepts got to grow. They got to get better. They got to infuse more, because my takeaway is Green Bay, pass game wise, knew exactly who was going to be, where, and when they were going to be there, and that's how everybody got covered up.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying also in terms of playoff success and how you advance. Once the game starts and certain players understanding the game that you're in. Okay, did the Jalen produce productively as a passer? No, because he didn't have to. And I don't have to take these chances because conceptually, I'm seeing what our run game is doing as a quarterback. I'm seeing what our defense is doing over there. All right, our special teams got us a play too. So how many chances do I have to take? I think if Jalen's in a game where he feels like he needs to do more and take chances with those wide receivers, he can do enough, because that's when he'll make the decision to pull the trigger and take chances.
Go ahead, Dan. Give me a final word on the Eagles' offense.
It is plenty fine and capable of going and scoring 35 plus if it has to. Jalen Hurts played very well given what was asked of him, but I do think that the pass game concepts schematically have to grow for them to truly feel that they can go win a Super Bowl. It wasn't the quarterback's performance. It was the plays that were designed and called.
They will get either the Rams or the Vikings next week, and I want to clear up something. I misspoke earlier on the times of these games. That game will be the Sunday early game. The Washington game that I described earlier will be Saturday night. Washington will play at Detroit. That game is Saturday night. The NFC game, the winner of tonight's game, will play at Philadelphia in the early spot next weekend. In the meantime, the Eagles go.
King Aries right there. Fuck him up. Fuck him up. All right, he got you. Get him, Tristan. Fuck him up. Tell him to fuck him up.
10 seconds.
Gonna be a hit marker. It's silenced. What are you doing? What are you doing? He could have had that. He could have had that. He literally sat there.
Oh yeah, dude. I don't know why.
He could have killed you so easy. He made that easy for us.
Them trash cans, dude.
That was probably the 1 and 8 dude.
Probably was.
Hey, do you think it's a good thing Madeline and I broke up?
Yeah, 100%.
For some reason, I can't stop like thinking about it. Like she was like a good person, but like I don't think us as a relationship was good.
She cheated on you, dude.
I know, but I mean, like, I kind of see like why, because like I was kind of shitty to her in like the aspect where I was like, she was trying to have sex, and I was kind of like just like you can. Yeah, she cheated on me twice. She cheated on me twice. How can I say that?
Are you like unless you're like beating her? No, there's no like no
Yeah,
valid
like,
excuse.
I was a good person. I mean, just because we didn't have sex, we
They're making us fight for it. Keep at 'em.
Oh. Oh!
Damn, I have to dust you off. You too. Oh, he got me. Yeah, they're doing me bad right now. Oh, how the fuck? How the fuck? Ah, hit markers like motherfucker.
This ain't over yet.
Leave?
Keep fighting. We got this. We're almost done. One more to go. Now that was a fight. Solid work.